once in the playoffs before. That was in the COVID year, and I don't know if it's that dire for them. I don't know if it's not now when. I think they're just now starting their build where the Dodgers have been built. They got Soto. They made moves during the off season or during the season to build. Like did they make those moves to win this year? Absolutely, they did. But I think because they're not renting Juan Soto, right? He's there for a few years because they got Machado tied up. They're doing this without Tatis, who we can have this conversation might be their best player, right? So I don't know that it's if it's not now when it's dire. I mean, now would be a really good time for them. Don't get me wrong. The Dodgers are stacked. They're without. I mean, we watch them do this, and we kind of forget Tatis isn't there. And I don't know. I mean, would you say he's their second best player?
Yeah, but even without Tatis,
right?
You have Soto, you have Machado.
You're really
they haven't
good.
got. The thing for them is coming off the wild card series.
Yep.
Hugh Darvish and Joe Musgrove. That's tough not being able to have them yet, but that's where you're looking at the depth. It's not just this postseason series. It's every game these teams play.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been absolutely dominated by the Dodgers.
Yep.
And so the Padres have to use this as a moment to put the Dodgers on their heels.
Yeah, I think, and the Dodgers are on their heels now. I think, yeah, at some point they have to win it. I'm not with you on if not now, when. You got to blow it up. If not, I mean, they're just starting this.
They're not going to blow it up.
Yeah. So
but at some point in time, if
you got to beat them.
It's not about, we're being built. It's you have nothing else to do other than win these games. Machado, Soto, these guys have nothing left to prove other than winning a playoff
win
game.
the postseason. And they won a game last night. Now they got to win a series. All right, Dodger fan, you nervous yet? I think you probably are, right? I think they got your attention last night. 505-246-0610. I know there's a ton of you out there. It's a Dodger town. As much as it wants to be a Rocky town or a United town or whatever, it's a Dodger town. And I know you're a little bit nervous. And you know what? I get it. You should be. So how you feeling about that after last night? What do you think going down to LoCal now? Heading to San Diego, heading to Petco. It's going to be a party down there. And it's going to be a big old Padre party. People are going to be going bonkers. So where are you with that? The other one yesterday, after a little rain delay, Braves even out that series 3-0. Atlanta beats the Phillies and evens the series 1 game apiece. They'll go up to Pennsylvania and play the next game there. The bats were big for the Braves. It was Olsen and Riley and Travis d'Arnaud. I think somehow this is the least sexy or maybe the least sexy of the series. When it gets lost, that they're the defending champions and they're really, really, really good. And they probably were playing the best baseball down the stretch of anybody.
They were. And for them to bounce back into a clean sheet, Kyle Wright, as you mentioned, was fantastic. I just said clean sheet.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
did.
that.
Oh, you did.
This shutout. They're the team that you really felt in game 1 was a little slower after, even with their 9th inning comeback, just with some time off, talking about a little rust, just kicking it back in. But when they do, and that's a team they're so good, but when you look at it, they don't wow you.
They don't need to.
Like it's like Acuna, Olsen, d'Arnaud, Dansby Swanson, all very good.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get to the back end, you're kind of like, wait, who are all these guys? And it's just Braves baseball.
Really good. Really good. You talked about Kyle Wright, and he was terrific. 6 scoreless innings. He gave up 2 hits, struck out 6, walked 1. It's really interesting how postseason baseball is and the pitch count. He threw 83 pitches and 52 for strikes. But he was really, 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 really good. So that series is even 1 game apiece. You get the other 2 today. Astros at home against the Mariners. Mariners are going to try to get off the deck after getting stunned by the Yordan Alvarez home run to walk them off on, what day is today? Thursday, so that would be Tuesday. And Yankees and Guardians will do it at the stadium in the Bronx. So your times on those today, by the way, will be, let me get you times on that because I think that's important to you. Seattle-Houston, 1:37 today. They're both TBS games. And then 5:37 tonight, Yankees and Cleveland. We've got Thursday Night Football for you here on The Sports Animal. It will be the Bears and it will be the Commandos. You get an interesting start to your week. Carson Wentz, Justin Fields, David Montgomery. You got an interesting matchup of two teams that are trying to figure out who they are, so we'll get through that with you today, go through all the NFL stuff. Guest list for you today, 8:30 this morning. Jerry Palm's going to be with us. He of CBSSports.com. Their bracketologist, their bowl predictor, and one of their top guys who's with us every Thursday. So we'll talk college football with Jerry at 8:30. 9 o'clock this morning, we'll talk a little Lobo Hoops as we're getting closer and closer to that. Jamal Mashburn Jr. will be with us. One of the two great guards the Lobos have in the backcourt as we're getting closer to predictions and polls and everything. The ladies' polls came out yesterday, so we'll go through that. But we'll talk Lobo basketball and catch up with Jamal Mashburn Jr. at 9 o'clock this morning. We're open for you until then at 505-246-0610. That's how you can call us and or send us a text, 505-246-0610. Your emails will come in this morning, as they do every morning, at Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the Twitter, JJ's a great follow. If you follow him, you know it. If you're not, you're missing. _ JJ Buck. Facebook, The OD in the AM. That is our Facebook page. Please check it out. Give us a like and watch the show there. Adrian's producing on ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26, and on our Facebook page. A. Marie's producing on the radio side, taking your calls here in studio. When we come back, we'll get through some NFL stuff, and your soccer team is going back to the playoffs. They clinched that last night with a 3-2 victory. Talk a little New Mexico United 2 as well on the opening drive. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
All right, Dodger fan, how you feeling? You okay? I mean, nervous is fair. Like nervous is okay. It's the opening drive. Good morning to you, Mary. What day is today? Thursday. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, Adrian. All right, so your soccer team's in the playoffs. JJ, huh? They played 35 games, won 12 out of them. 12 wins, 9 losses, 12 draws. And they beat LA Galaxy 2 in that rescheduled match from a week prior when it was mudded out. And the beautiful night last night, 3-2, they beat Los Dos. That combined with the El Paso loss puts New Mexico United into the playoffs. They can host a home game if they win on Saturday against Colorado Springs and Sacramento loses to San Diego. San Diego's the 2 seed, has really nothing to play for, so it could happen. But big night in front of the crowd last night. They get a couple late goals by Harry Swartz, and ding, 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 your club's back in the playoffs.
Good job.
All right.
We've talked about this team being a playoff team all season long with that caliber. Like to make it tough on them. I had an own goal. Harry Schwartz needed 2 goals in the second half.
Did you see that one that just got right by Tambakis? That's one of those that makes it not top 10 all the time.
Yes.
Right? Where it's like it's just rolling towards the goaltender, and somehow it just rolls right. It's not like it was coming hot at him. It just rolled right past him. That's a not top 10 goal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And overcome it, bounce back, and chance to actually host a playoff game after being on the edge, playoffs. Are you going to get in? What's it going to take? Could have a home game.
Could have a home match. So if you want to get into that, if you were there, the atmosphere, you're certainly welcome to talk about that at 505-246-0610. All right, Lobo women basketball. JJ, this is kind of your beat. Pick second in the Mountain West. And we're here, right? I mean, we're coming up on exhibition games here in a couple of weeks, and the season's going to start. Second in the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, the defending champions, got 26 of the 28 first-place votes. The Lobos got the other 2. Shai Magruder, first-team all-conference preseason. You could have a really fun season with what could be a really good team.
Yeah, with how it's lined up over the last few years, the extra year of eligibility has benefited New Mexico more so than many other teams in this conference. Because the way you had it lined up, being able to bring back Jaden De La Cerda and Tony Anderson last year. This year, it's the Duff sisters and Shai Magruder. So back-to-back years, you have core of your team that you weren't expecting to be there is huge for this squad. Amaya Brown, voted newcomer of the year. She has high expectations after, having a frustrating time at Florida State, injuring her knee multiple times. And Hannah Robbins, of course, is going to get a lot of attention. It's really hard for freshmen to play in this lineup. We haven't
got
seen
voted
it.
freshman of the year.
She was voted freshman of the year, and this is a league that's you don't see a lot of freshmen get huge minutes. So we'll see if she can earn some time in the rotation.
Where does she fit in? Yeah, and Hannah Robbins, the daughter of former Lobo great Rob Robbins, grew up in Arizona, had a terrific prep and AAU career, was recruited by many places and decided to come back to New Mexico where she started. They moved when she was younger and come back and play for the Lobos. I thought it was a great get by Mike Bradbury on so many levels. A, that she's, by every account, a very good player, and B, to bring back just a little bit of the Rob Robbins magic, which he was one, and this is JJ even before I was here, but Rob was one of the most popular Lobos, period. of that time and a really exciting time. And so to go back and get into that legacy, I thought it was a great get. Where does she fit into this rotation?
There's minutes on the wing.
Okay.
Like playing because her length. She's got some good size. And, in this offense, if you can shoot the three, you're going to find yourself some playing time. But I think with Amaya Brown and Robbins just bring some of that extra length, someone's going to have to step up outside the Duff sisters, play the wing, and there's opportunity there. Because the Duff sisters, Amaya Brown, Shad Magruder, that's locked in. And then Paula Reus coming back, looking good in practice. Just had some offseason knee surgery to clean some stuff up. Expecting her to find some more consistency in her sophomore season. But it's backup point guard is going to be Nia Johnson, who is a veteran in this league. Had played at UNLV, but it's on the wings.
Okay.
It's going to be that. All right, who's that three? That small forward, maybe play some small ball four at times. If they really want to go up tempo.
All right, I want to hit this on the men's side in Mountain West basketball, and I saw this on the tweeter yesterday. One of the best players in the league. Looks like he's out for the year. Isaiah Stevens, the guard at Colorado State. Did you see that? Did you not see that yesterday? All right, I'm going to find it for you. But guy who, I don't think it's going too far out on a limb to say he was in contention to be Player of the Year. Colorado State's guard. Justin Michael tweeted yesterday, out for extended time with major surgery. This is a big deal. And I saw a Niko Medved quote. So Isaiah Stevens, who is, I don't know, put him where do you put him? There's some really good guards in this league. Colorado State now loses him, and with David Roddy going to the pros, Colorado State was, JJ, they were an NCAA tournament team last year. They were a team that damn near won an NCAA tournament game, and they're bringing back a guy that was an easy pick for first team all-conference preseason, right? He goes out for the year. That's a big, big deal.
It is. That's tough.
So you hadn't seen that?
Guards. I had not seen that yet.
Yeah. I saw that tweeted a number of times yesterday. And I think that's huge. And I don't know what Nico's going to be able to do. That's injuries are part of this. And ask Richard Pitino. And I don't know that anybody's looking to say, hey, feel sorry for anybody. But you know around here how much injuries completely depleted and impacted your team last year. You had no front court at the University of New Mexico when between injuries and suspensions and defections. They've lost David Roddy and now Isaiah Stevens. That will affect the league. I think San Diego State's going to be the number one team in the league, right, in the preseason media polls. Would Colorado State or Boise State have been number two?
Wyoming's number two.
Oh, Wyoming's number two with EK back. Yeah, EK's back. And then you could start saying Colorado State, New Mexico, Boise State, right? That's a huge loss for this league. A huge loss for this league. And you'll see that. All right. Got a little football for you tonight. Hey, Marie, do you like the matchup? It's not.
Are you asking if I like the matchup?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you. Like last week, we watched. You were at Thursday Night Football last week, right?
Oh man, yeah. Sure was.
So you don't have the same perspective that the rest of the world has. My eyes hurt. We all came in and we sat through that crap and even had overtime. That was the worst football game. And I said it in the moment, and I'll say it now, and I'll say it a week later. JJ, worst football game we've probably watched in a decade, right? It's bad football. And it was your team, and I know you had a little something into it. Well, you found a worst game? Give me a worst game. I'm listening.
I didn't like the Packer-Buck game this year.
Packers, Bucks.
I didn't like a couple games. I didn't like a couple of primetime games this year. But yes, I agree with you. That was one of the most awful games this year.
So now we get blessed with the 1-4 Washington Commandos and the 2-3 Chicago Bears. Give me something to look forward to.
Your fantasy football team.
This is going to be a better game than last Thursday.
It should be, right?
Yes.
We're going to see some points.
They both need a win.
Who do you like? Washington's got to be favored, right?
Yeah, they're favored by 1 point.
All right. In Chicago.
Ew, on the road.
All right, I'll take the Bears tonight.
Maybe Ron Rivera got Wincy going.
Well, so that's what I was going to say. Ron Rivera's the head coach of Washington and kind of went after his didn't even really go after it. It was perceived that he went after his quarterback in the media by when he was asked, what's the difference between you and the teams who are winning, and he said quarterback. And then he's, well, no, that's not what I meant. It was taken out of context. I don't know how else to take it. By the way, was it taken out of context?
Not when you just say quarterback. If you say
Carson Wentz,
time put in, it makes sense. Like if when he went back and re-explained it,
right?
Because
Cooper Rush has spent so much more time with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, Daniel Jones has been there.
No, Daniel Jones has been there 5 years. Yeah.
And Daniel Jones in that offense looks different, just with the head coach.
100%.
And so when you go back, and if you would have said it that way, you're like, okay,
yeah,
because the teams that have returned their quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, like, okay, they've been there, done that, and they're actually playing good football. But when you just say quarterback, you're like, well, you're talking about Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he threw his quarterback under the bus. I mean, there's no other way to interpret that. And to your point, yes, if he would have said the quarterback play because the experience in the system with those guys. Now, Daniel Jones has been there 5 years. Yeah, they got a new system, but he's been there 5 years with those guys. And Jalen Hurts is going into year 3 with the Eagles and really coming into his own. And Carson's been here for 5 games and just we're still trying to figure it out and get there. We're going to get there. Carson's the right guy, but quarterback play has really been the difference. Okay, that's a different story. One word answer. As opposed to all that, what's the difference, Coach? Why are they winning? You're not? Quarterback. Well, I mean, there's yours is that guy, and you just throw him under the bus. And I'll give it to Ron Rivera. He owned it. He said he went to him. He said, I had a bad day. I didn't come across the way I intended it to be. He said that it was taken out of context, which, no, it wasn't. There was no other context in which to take it. You just didn't explain it well enough. This isn't on the media. You said one thing. You said quarterback. How would you have interpreted that, sir? Right? There's no other way to interpret that. So does that get Wentzy going, to your point? Does that get Carson Wentz a little fired up? He's look, over the last 2 years, he's shown moments. He's got receivers. He's got, Dotson's not playing, but he's got plenty of weapons. I think Logan Thomas is out again. But they got weapons there. Samuel's really, really been good this year. I think they got a running game.
He does well and then doesn't win the game.
That's right.
So let's win a game.
Sounds like Kirk Cousins over all these years in some respects, right? Big fantasy numbers and not winning. He's not bad. Kirk Cousins has been better.
Yeah, I guess you can put him on the same tier. Yeah, he's getting better, yes.
Kirk Cousins has been better. To your point on Wentz, I mean, there's still talent there. I think, JJ, this is the last chance for him. And I think he's not taking advantage of it. Where does Carson Wentz end up after this Washington experience?
It's a last chance where a team is trading high draft capital to hand him a starting job.
3 years from now, is he a quarterback or is he on somebody's pregame set?
No, he's a quarterback.
You think so? I think you're probably right. Boy, Robert Griffin III fell off real quick. Do you guys like Robert Griffin III as an analyst, by the way?
Yes.
He is super polarizing. Really, I'm not as in love with him as everybody else is. All right. I mean, he's fine.
I'm like in the Thursday Night Football crew. Richard Sherman.
Fitz?
Yeah.
Who's on the other end? It's Sherman, Fitz.
Tony Gonzalez?
That's who it is over there, yeah. Yeah, that's weird that he ended up there. Because he was on CBS for a while. All right, 505-246-0610. We also have Lobos and Aggies this weekend. I think we're going to have some Lobo guests in tomorrow. Still working on that with Frank and making sure we get you the right one. But you can get in on that. Anybody going down for that game? I don't want to hear... well, whatever. I'll listen to it. If you want to complain about the TV situation, I'll talk you through it and how to try to find it. But there's not a lot I can do for you. You got a couple of options. Flow Sports, tape delay, listen to the game, or go down there. You got another option for me?
No.
That's it, right? Flow Sports, tape delay on Bally. Go down to the game or listen to Robert and Dontrell. That's it. And it's not my fault. And actually, it's not even the Lobos' fault. But you can get angry if you want. 505-246-0610. We'll get into that a little bit when we come back. So, stormy weather last week, Balloon Fiesta, all the mud, all the junk, all the gunk. How's your car looking? How's your truck looking? How's your vehicle? Dirty, isn't it? Mine too, and that's why I called On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They're going to come out again. I need my car detailed. You probably do as well. Detailing, not washing, and it's way better than you can do. They come out and professionally detail your vehicle. Wash it, wax it, scrub it, vacuum it, clean it, under the hood, under the seats, behind everything, around the rims and tires. When they're done with it, it looks, it feels, it smells brand new. Remember the day you took it off the lot, how fun it was to be in it? That's what On the Spot Automotive Detailing does. And they do it where and when it's convenient for you. They come to you. You don't go to them. What does that mean? That means while you're working in your office because you're busy, they're out in the parking lot working on your car. You go outside, and your vehicle is absolutely professionally detailed. And everybody's looking around going, why can't I get that? Well, you can. Just call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They also offer ceramic coating, which they apply by hand. It's the best way to protect your paint for years to come. Paint corrections, sap removal, and a 10% discount for our military. Schedule today On the Spot Automotive Detailing at 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859. Or online at otsdetailing.com.
2 accidents affecting your river crossings east on Paseo. We've got
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Next to mine.
a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud
So what is
supporters
leadership?
of ProView.
What is leadership to you? What definition of leadership? I know I didn't ask you that. It's not fair. I kind of hit you cold on this. What's the definition of a leader?
Taking responsibility, accountability.
Okay, it's good.
Setting the tone.
Yeah. Mike McDaniels is the coach of the Miami Dolphins. They've lost a couple in a row, 2 in a row. Mike McDaniels' definition of leadership is, quote, leadership to me is acting, not talking. There's a bunch of different examples from those guys talk about his leaders. And that's why they're captains. That's why I rely on them. Because it's about solving problems, not complaining about them. They, collectively, as a group of players, wanted more time investment during the week on their jobs for Sunday. So instead of just saying it, they did something about it, end quote. His leaders, his team captains, Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, Xavier Howard, Landon Roberts, Javon Holland. They are leaders. Do you know what they did, Marie, to stop their losing streak, or at least to take steps towards stopping their 2-game losing streak?
What did they do?
They made something happen. They took action in that locker room. Those leaders removed the ping pong table from the middle of the locker room because it was a distraction. That's right. That's leadership. You think I'm kidding?
No.
This is real. That's what those leaders did. God bless you, man. You do what you got to do. I always thought baseball was the superstitious one. But the ping pong table's been removed from the Miami Dolphins locker room. It's part of an effort by these team captains to basically, I guess, have their team better prepared with this losing streak, because evidently this ping pong table was somehow, I mean, wow. All right, you got to do what you got to do.
It has nothing to do with their quarterback.
Might. Yeah,
It
might.
has nothing to do with Tua's head being a ping pong ball off the turf.
Yeah, I
it's
think
the
that's...
ping pong table in the locker room. Got it.
A couple weeks ago, I guess this ping pong table has been a big deal in the locker room. Okay, they were 3-0, and they loved this ping pong table, but now it's not going as well. They lost to the Bengals. They lost Tua. They lose to the Jets. They got Skylar Thompson as their quarterback, and so it's all hands on deck and put down the paddles. It's no more ping pong in the Dolphins locker room.
That's so
Isn't that crazy?
ridiculous. And the fact that
I mean,
Mike
I'm
McDaniel played
superstitious,
it
but
up
that's crazy.
is hilarious. I like the dude, but that's not leadership. That's not my team's taking accountability.
That's what his leadership
For what?
is,
Because you
man.
lost the game with third-string quarterback and blame it on the ping pong table?
They collectively, as a group of players, wanted more time investment during the week on their job, so instead of just saying it, they did something about it. And that's the whole reason that I really have a lot of love for those guys. End quote.
Got a whole bunch of Kyler Murrays on your team? What's the deal?
Look.
It made this a way bigger story.
I'm not
than
even
it is.
sure I got a problem with them shutting down the ping pong table. Right? If the captains, and that's what the hey guys, we got to get together, man.
This
We
is
lost
so
2 in a row.
ridiculous.
How does that meeting go?
Guys, it's not the fact that Tua almost got killed on a short week. It's the ping pong table.
Man, too many guys are playing.
You're right, Tyreek. You're right.
Yeah, man. I saw that. Those dudes, they should have been studying film the other day, and there was an insane match, and there were like 6 dudes watching. Those 2 guys go at it on the ping pong table, and they were talking junk, and dudes almost went Draymond on each other. How did that conversation go? Who called the meeting? Gentlemen, do we have a quorum? All right, we have enough captains here. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have a voting majority. Okay, I propose that we get rid of the ping pong table. We've lost 2 in a row, and there's way too much focus on ping pong and not enough on film study.
I just want to know who got the ping pong table. Who's enjoying it now?
It's a really good point. I got one in my office. It's all folded up. We haven't had it set up. We don't have any room anymore. All those
And if
Gildan
you
boxes.
set it up, then things will collapse. You won't have a good bowl game. People won't be doing their job.
That's why I put that thing away, because I'm a leader. I made things happen. See what I did?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem, honestly.
Was Mike McDaniel playing ping pong all week?
Instead of
realizing
Skylar
that,
Thompson ready?
oh, Tua might not be a great time for him. Let's look at our other quarterbacks. Get them ready.
Was it taking up too much room in the middle? Honestly, those are the kind of things that can bring guys together. Don't you think? A foosball table, a ping pong
Absolutely.
table, something different in the locker room.
Absolutely, it's fun.
And I'd love to know what led to it. So JJ's point's so dead on. Like the fact that he's making a big deal of it. I'd
just be like, okay, they decided to leave it. It's not the guys are taking leadership, and this is fantastic. It's a ping pong.
Even if they decided to take it down. You know what? All right, guys, take it down. But why would you play that up in the press? Why would you know what? My guys are leaders. My guys saw a problem, and I am so proud of them, and I love them because leaders take action. They don't just talk about it. And my guys saw that there was a problem. There was a ping pong table in the middle of the locker room, and it was distracting, and it was taken away from our task. And so they decided to get rid of it, and that's why we got a room full of leaders. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Right?
A ping pong table could lead to a pool table. Then it could lead to when I bring video games in a locker room.
What if you have a
and who
dartboard,
knows?
and then Lord knows
Like
where
a
the
man
dartboard-
cave.
Yeah.
Start turning this into a sports bar.
What
This
is
is
it?
a
Some
locker
guys-
Someone
room.
goes on IR because of the ping pong table.
Or they took a dart to the ear.
Oh.
Yeah. Or he poked his finger with a dart, yeah. Or the 8-ball got knocked off and gave somebody a black eye. Yeah.
Glad he was pumped that his team was able to rally around a ping pong table decision.
Meanwhile, who they got this week? Somebody's coming down. The
The
Vikings.
Minnesota
the Vikings are going down there, and they're playing
Vikings,
Skylar
former
Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I mean, my concern isn't that Dalvin Cook's coming home to play. Is he going down there for the first time in his career? Did I hear that yesterday? One of the few times in his pro career?
Yes.
And he's been in the league.
Going to Miami.
How many years has he been in the league?
17.
Dalvin Cook?
2017.
Dalvin Cook's been in the league 17 years.
No, 2017.
Oh, since I'm like, yeah, okay. So he's been in the league for was that 5?
Towards ACL's first year.
Yeah, it feels
Game
like
5 against Detroit. Never forget.
Feels like a little longer than 5 years, but 6 years. First time Dalvin Cook's going home. I mean, you'd think he'd have a game. I mean, I don't know. They're 4-1. My focus might be on stopping Kirk Cousins and Jefferson and
not the
Cook.
Top
you know
offense
what?
in the NFL.
Canceling that damn ping pong tournament.
Yep.
You guys are. I mean, you're hitting that little ball around too much.
So silly.
All right. Hey, look. If they win, if Miami wins this week, you can blame the damn ping pong.
That'll be so funny.
And you can go and congratulate those captains. You know why? Because they are leaders. Because they canceled ping pong. I mean,
not because it was Skylar.
No.
Thompson is
no. Look, if Skylar Thompson goes Cooper Rush on this whole thing, if Skylar Thompson turns into Cooper Rush and beats, no, you bet this is one of those. It's not you got to win game for the Vikings, but you kind of got to win this game.
If the Vikings better win,
Yeah.
there's no reason why we shouldn't.
100%. All right, but hey, if you've got a ping pong table in the office, knock yourself out. And, unless you start losing money or go on a losing streak, because then your leadership is going to have to make a decision, because that's what leaders do. They don't just talk about it. They take action and make things happen, and that's why I love those guys. 505-246-0610. Now I'm going to hear ping pong stories. Dude, we used to play ping pong. No.
Yeah, you just opened a...
I know. Aaron Jones owns IPS. He'll protect your ping pong table and everything else around it, like the house that's built around your ping pong table, that man cave that is built around your pool table, your business, your home. IPS protects businesses and homes all around our city because the bad guys are out there. Property crime's on the rise. There's an officer shortage that continues. And so IPS is affordable private security that keeps you, your family, and everything that you've built safe. Back in 2006 is when Aaron started this company. Started with security for homeowners up in Fort Hills. Here we are now 16-plus years later, and homeowners and business owners all over Albuquerque trust IPS to protect what they have worked so hard to build. Aaron's from here. He's passionate about this town, passionate about making Albuquerque a safer, a better place to live and work. They'll watch your home with highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols, your business as well. Committed to our city, to your protection, call IPS. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
This report is sponsored by Chuck.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
In Lujan, Vikings, one more chance. It is over. Marissa Sanchez on the play. That is...
Torres with a lot of room. Torres with a stiff arm as he crosses the...
Power serve. Les was the one who got it, and she feeds Kozlowski.
Three serving nothing. Tippmann, Hatch pushing it over and the side out. Emma Mori Thorson was there. She takes it side out.
Who play tonight, Thursday Night Football here on the Sports Animal. He's got enough dirt on the NFL and the owners and Roger Goodell to blow the whole thing up. ESPN's got a big story. Who wrote their story? Did you see who wrote it? I didn't even see a byline on the story. But Dan Snyder is basically saying that he's got dirt and that they can't bleep with me. That he's got enough dirt on all these billionaires who are coming after him, and he's gathered enough secrets to, quote, blow up several NFL owners, the league, and even Commissioner Roger Goodell. The story says, and this is a big, long piece now, a big, long piece. But the story says that there's executives with Washington, senior executives, who've heard Dan Snyder. And again, Dan Snyder is the owner who's got all these charges against him, all these harassment charges, the workplace charges, the uncomfortable workplace, the hostile work environment, all everything that's going against him. I mean, how the name of the team was like the least of his issues, right?
Yes.
Supposedly they've heard Snyder say, since he was considered one of the worst owners in sports, he's facing investigations on all these fronts, right? He's running out of allies. He's told associates he will not lose his beloved franchise without a fight, and that it will end with multiple casualties. An associate is quoted as saying, quote, "The NFL is a mafia. All the owners hate each other," end quote. Another owner says, quote, "That's not true. All the owners hate Dan." Which one do you think is right? I mean, are they both? They're probably both right? Yes. Both of those statements are probably correct. The NFL is a mafia. All the owners hate each other. Or, no, that's not true. They all hate Dan. I mean, they're probably both right.
Both right.
Yeah. NFL league meetings go next week. Did you know that? NFL league meetings. I don't know what they're going to get out of it. A lot of the owners, top league execs, told ESPN in the story that they would like to see Snyder out as owner of the Washington Commandos. That's Commanders. That would clean the slate for that team and their base, to get a new stadium, to clean it up. JJ, I haven't read this whole story, but there's a lot of junk in here, isn't there?
A lot of it is what we were assuming this whole time. You know, people screaming, "Why is Daniel Snyder still the owner of the Commanders? So why haven't they buttered him out? Get him out of here." It's not as simple as you think with some of these situations, especially if he is this bad of a dude. Then they know that he's going to go down throwing grenades at everybody.
And he's got receipts and pictures, and, you know, you always wonder, why has that guy still got a job? Why does she? Well, because they got the dirt. You know, what was the guy that's selling the Suns? Sarver in the NBA? Robert Sarver, who just got a year suspension, is going to turn around and sell his team. And he's kind of been forced out of – he doesn't want to, but he realizes how unwelcome he is, how uncomfortable it is, how he can't really do business anymore. So he's going to take his – what does he get, $3 billion, $4 billion, and walk away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be just fine and live his life. Maybe his wife stays with him. Maybe she doesn't, but whatever. He's going to be fine. He's just not going to own a team and sit court. Well, he could buy courtside seats, I imagine. That kind of case. But this one, if there's a lot to it, this is about a 10, 15, 20-minute read. I haven't gone through it. Are you going through it right now? Is that what you're looking at? There's a lot there. And we'll see, because I think this blows up.
But everything about it is believable. The fact that
that's right.
Snyder would say they can't bleep with me. The NFL's like a mafia.
Sounds like Joe Biden the other day.
And then the owners being like, well, no, we like each other. We just don't like that guy.
Yeah, we like each other. I mean, me and Jerry are good. me and Stan are fine. We just none of us like that idiot.
No one wants to hang out with that guy.
Yeah, nobody likes it. Ooh, damn. Roger said breaking news for your 401k, Jefferson. Is the market really down 500 points again this morning? Goodness gracious. Rob, thanks, I guess. Don't look at your 401ks. We keep putting money in, it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You know that? That's how that thing works. All right, so we'll get Commanders and Bears tonight. Bigger game for who? I mean, two franchises. It's got to be Washington, right? Because the Bears really probably thought of this as a building season. I don't think the Bears. Do you think Washington thought?
They build.
I think the Rams, the Commanders thought that they were going into this season and they could contend in the NFC East. I think we all sat around and said, well, I mean, nobody's very good in that division, so nobody's going to run away. Anybody can win it. I think it's bigger for Washington tonight.
Huge.
Right?
And we've been talking about it the last, NFC, what'd you call it the other day? Beast?
Well, aren't they
It's
right
the
now?
most exciting division in football right now.
Yeah.
Which I can't believe we're saying
But
that.
it's true. It's
I
true.
know.
The Giants are
And then
entertaining.
we got Eagles Cowboys this week.
Cowboys
I mean,
this weekend.
this is a very exciting NFC East week.
Yeah. You agree with that? Bigger for the – I mean, even though –
It's Washington because the Bears, regardless, are still in the developmental path.
Right.
This season, you should be all in on Justin Fields. You should understand that this season you can't go into next year and be like, oh, let's draft another quarterback. No, Justin Fields is good. He has good qualities. That when you start building a team around him, good things can happen. They've actually had some really interesting moments this season. This is on Washington because they don't have – this isn't their, we're developing something. It was what you just stated. We're in the NFC East. We're in Carson Wentz. We're going to be a wild card football team. Heck, win 9 games, you might even win the NFC East. That's in the past. That ain't this season with what we're seeing in that division. Because if Carson Wentz struggles against the Bears and has his bad moments in the second half, then all of a sudden in Washington – you're talking about Taylor Heineke, talking about benching Carson Wentz. The head coach doesn't like him anyway. Going to blame everything on him. Oh, this is all on the Commanders tonight.
That's a team that battled for a playoff spot with Taylor Heineke last year, right? And now they're dead last in their division, and they lose tonight. They're in contention for worst team in the National Football League. I think there's a lot on it. 505-246-0610. Jerry Palm's going to join us coming up at 8:30 this morning. Lobos and Aggies go at each other on Saturday. I want to get into that a little bit, too. Opening drive, thanks for being with us and remembering that you listen to 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabon.
I know I asked the question yesterday. I said, what should I watch? What's going to be more entertaining, the debate or the Dodgers? I'm not sure I know the answer yet, by the way. Did you watch the debate last night? You watched the debate? Bob Clark was on the debate.
I did not watch.
I was following it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And watching like highlights.
Yeah.
I saw Bob Clark.
Yeah, boy.
Looking sharp.
Yeah, that's right. Combed his hair and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we split screened it. We
You
did.
did? Oh, that's good.
We pictured and pictured.
I just keep it on the Twitter.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Good morning to you. Merry Thursday. Welcome to the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. A. Marie's producing for us and participating in a huge way on the radio side. Adrian produces on the television side, watching on ProView Networks. Comcast Channel 26, and on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. You've been sending texts at 505-246-0610. It says the Lobo Aggie game is on Comcast statewide on Comcast Channel 27 in Albuquerque. Okay, if that's right, then I've not verified that, but if you're telling me that, nothing that ever comes in on the text line is not right, so, but check in on that. What? That could be right. I hope it's right for you. On the ping pong table, the Miami Dolphins captains showing leadership, JJ. 2-game losing streak. The captains have decided to remove the ping pong table from the Dolphins locker room. This says it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Okay. I imagine so. Yeah. Have you ever seen anybody get hurt playing ping pong? I've seen people get hurt doing everything. I'm not sure ping pong. What do you get, bad elbow?
Pong elbow.
What? I mean, if you get hit with a ping pong ball, like, do you feel it? That's got to be the safest game ever, right? Safer than chess.
Safer than chess?
Yeah, if you get up and you hit your knee on the table, and then it will hurt. You can't even hit your knee on the table. It's too high. I'm just saying. This one says, I refuse to watch another Denver game. The head coach doesn't know what he's doing, and Russell looks like he's just interested in a paycheck. Do you buy that?
That he's just interested in a paycheck?
That he doesn't look good, and he doesn't look good, and he's just interested in a paycheck.
No.
I don't either.
Like, you can be playing bad at something, and it's not because you don't care or you've quit.
So I've heard a lot of criticism at Russ the last couple of days that you can't just come out after a bad game and say, I'm injured. And I don't know how you want guys to do this. Do you want them to disclose their injury beforehand so you know he's playing hurt? Is the answer, hey, man, if you're out there and you suited up, then I expect you to play.
Well, he didn't say that. The reports came out.
The reports came out, right.
And that was something that was scheduled for after the Thursday night game for a while.
What's the injury?
Apparently, it has a torn lat.
And that's not going to heal.
Doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
And that's not going to heal overnight.
Right.
And this is a no-win situation because Russell didn't talk about it. He's not making excuses. But the story comes out, and then everyone's saying, oh, you planted that. Very convenient that now you're saying you're hurt. Well, he didn't. Media is going to find out. Things are going to leak. No one was playing it up. But now it comes out, and everyone's like, ha! Yeah, right. You're not hurt. Okay.
How quick does this sour on him, or is it already? I mean, he was the hero, rode into Denver. Bronco country, let's ride. Is it already soured?
Yeah, they're a bad football team.
Can he get it back?
Yes.
Okay.
Not this year.
So is that fan base going to eat another year of let's ride and listen to his crap in the offseason? And
I don't think they have a choice.
Well,
what are they going to do?
Well, they're going to turn on him.
Oh,
I mean,
okay, they're already booing during the games.
And also, that stadium is still full. That's crazy about the NFL.
NFL stadiums are full.
They're going to be full.
Yeah, people like the NFL.
People are going to go.
Yeah.
People are going to follow their
You
team.
hope that you get some confidence in the coaching staff, but if not, they could absolutely blow this thing up next year. And then it's
blow
just
that
about
up means the coaching
staff.
Yeah.
And then for Russell Wilson, it's just, all right, this is frustrating, but he's still only going to be 34, 35 next year.
Okay.
I don't think that this is all of a sudden he can't be a good quarterback. Like Russell Wilson, you can still, he gets healthy, win games with him in the NFL. He's not, this guy that's going to be winning games by himself anymore. And I don't think he ever was that quarterback. But I can't sit here and believe that just overnight that Russell Wilson
lost it.
Can't win games in the NFL anymore. Like the Broncos, not just the head coach, that's a big problem for your organization. You have a guy that's just kind of not on everything. They weren't as good as we thought they were going to be, and we thought Russell Wilson would be able to pick up some of those pieces, elevate that offense, and he's not that guy right now. So the year is absolutely get by, get healthy, invest in some protection. You don't have a lot with first and second round picks.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah.
But do you have enough core pieces to win next year? That's what you have to decide.
Well, it's a tough one to eat. After everything that was blown up, that was going to be the best division. They were going to compete, and they got Russell Wilson. They were just a quarterback away. And to sit here and say, yeah, you just got to build, and you got to get better. And, oh, by the way, you have no draft picks to build with. And how much cap do you have?
Well, if you're coming back, Bradley Chubb,
Yep.
Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons has been out, but he's under contract.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams,
Hurt.
Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, with Russell Wilson into next season.
So all
it's
that,
just like the same thing that you thought before this year. You're going to have to run that back.
Yeah, but all that tells me that they shouldn't be this bad now. And if you're going to tell me it's because Russ is hurt, who's your backup quarterback?
Brett Rippon. And if he's hurt and he can't play, then he can't play. But he's trying to fight through it, and it doesn't look good, then you got to eat it. And there's no excuses.
So I guess you're going to have to get to a point where, A, are you better with a torn lat Russ or Brett Rippon? And B, at some point, that new ownership who didn't hire this coach is going to, whether they're football people, who's running football operations for you? Is it still John? Who's running football operations?
They have George Patton as their general manager.
All right. And they hired him, right? The new group hired him.
No,
correct?
he's been there. I could see them saying, hey, let's do something else with the coaching because it's been that bad, but I think it would be a bad move if they come in and they start stripping everything down because then this franchise is not going to go in a good direction.
So you say keep George Patton, but some people at some point, and I tell you this all the time, and this feels like the absolute example of this. The Walton family made a lot of money, and they're smart people, but they didn't make it in football. And so you hire people, football people, to make decisions. But ultimately, it's yours, and you make the final decision. And at some point, there's going to be enough people in their ears. I'm going to guess they know football a little bit because they decided to get into that business. They're going to see what we all see. They're going to talk to the people in their locker room and their organization who work for them. Hopefully get some honest feedback. At some point, don't you think they demand? Do you feel that's where the change is? If you're telling me, look at all these pieces, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the quarterback's hurt, which obviously is a huge piece. You know who else the quarterback is hurt, by the way? Cowboys. They're 4-1. And you can argue that they're very similar piece-wise. Now, the Broncos are more beat up. The Broncos are way more
You know where it starts? Coaching.
That's where I'm going with this. No, that's 100% where I'm going. So what's the difference? And so the Walton family, the new ownership, goes to Patton and says, hey, I got it, man. He's your dude. He's not mine. He's got to go. Nope, we're going to keep him. No, we're not. Go find someone, or you can both go. Right? I mean, isn't that how that has?
It's just, even a first-year coach. It's the negatives against him right now. The fact that he was so bad in game management situations. The fact he had to hire someone to babysit him with timeouts and game flow, even for a first-year coach. Like that, I don't know how you overcome that. Like, that's never going away.
Marty, what says you? Good morning.
Hey, fellas. There was always this conversation going on about we shouldn't have a preseason and there's too many games. And I disagree now. I used to be on that boat. I used to be on these preseason games. But I think where certain teams failed, and I'm going to put Denver in that. I'm going to put just Dak in that conversation because, Russell all of a sudden just lost all his skills. Just like that. I don't know. Or maybe they were overrated. I don't know to begin with. I don't know. But when you go to a new organization, new coach, I felt like, to me, looking back, that was a great opportunity to really work with your offensive line, with receivers, and I kind of felt the same thing with Prescott in that first game. He didn't look comfortable at all. There's no connection with the receiving core, and basically they had a kind of a newer offensive line. The same thing with Denver. I felt Russell Wilson could have really benefited. So, looking back, I'm like, well, maybe the preseason is helpful for certain things because I know Mahomes played in the preseason. I know he did, and he played quite a bit. And it showed that first game they were ready. They were ready for the Cardinals. And I think there's a lot to that, and maybe it doesn't work for every team. Maybe the Buffalo Bills, where they pretty much know what they've got the coming year. But when you make a whole change in coaching, offensive line, receiving core, I think you should play in the preseason a little bit. And I think that's where the Broncos failed a little bit. I'm not saying that's the reason, but I think it would have benefited them a little bit. And I think the difference between the Broncos and the Cowboys is the depth. I think the Cowboys have a lot more depth than the Broncos do. And it kind of shows. And a lot of it is just hidden in the draft. But I don't know. I was not a preseason guy, but maybe I am now. I'm not sure why.
No, good call, Marty. Thanks. So a couple things on that. There's a reason there was a preseason, right? There was always a reason you played games. Now, I will tell you by now, it shouldn't matter. By week 5, by week 6, it shouldn't matter whether you played in the preseason or not. If you didn't play in the preseason, but you played the first 3-4 games, you should be up to speed, right?
Yes.
But if you want to tell me about a quick start, I'll listen to that a little bit. I will. There's a reason that there have been preseason games, that there's training camp that you go through them. I think there is something to be said about getting up to speed and playing it. It's game speed. I do. I'll buy that a little bit. Do you disregard that?
Not when it's a brand new situation.
Yes.
Yeah, so I agree with that thought process.
Yeah.
I think it's, if you're the Cowboys, you're not necessarily thinking, this is a new situation for Dak Prescott. Like,
I'll tell you,
it's when it's brand new.
Yeah.
I'm listening to it because I saw the Rams win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they didn't play
preseason that prior year.
Yeah, I don't think
and
there's
now
an
it's
exact.
Well,
and I'll tell you where I was wrong on this too. Last year, when Dak was coming off the injury and he didn't play in the preseason, and I remember game 1, and I said, well, I just don't think it's going to happen for him in game 1. And he played a really good game 1. So I don't know that there's an exact to it, but I'll listen to that. I think that there's a preseason for a reason, and it's worth getting your guys out there a little bit. You don't want them to get hurt, but you know what, man? If you play to lose, and which is not. If you play not to lose, which is, I don't want my guys to get hurt, as opposed to play to win, then you're probably going to lose. Not all the time, but I think that's, more often than not. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Jerry Palm will be with us at the bottom of the hour. That's 8:30 this morning. And we will talk with him in regards to college football. And, man, it's mid-October already. Mid-October, so we'll get in with him on what's going on this weekend. Hey, what QC Kinetics has done all around the country and right here for people, it's nothing short of amazing. Talking about lasting relief from joint pain. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in this exciting new pain treatment. It's advanced regenerative medicine, non-surgical alternative. So if you've been told the only way to treat your pain, and you've been dealing with it for a while, is surgery, it's drugs, Call QC Kinetics and get a free second opinion on this. If you're living with joint pain from injury or arthritis, do not let them tell you that steroids and pain meds and surgeries are your only options, because they're not. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue. Maybe you've been diagnosed with bone-on-bone arthritis. You've been told you need a replacement. Call QC Kinetics now. Get an option for an alternative way to deal with that pain. These amazing protocols work with pain caused by injury as well, things like a torn meniscus or a rotator cuff. Call QC Kinetics now. Don't keep living with that pain. Learn how regenerative medicine can give you your life back with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics, free consultation, 505-226-8688. 505-226-8688. That's QC Kinetics, 505-226-8688.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
Your texts and emails are coming in. Jeff and JJ, no love for the NHL and the OD? Avs look good last night. I predict they repeat.
Of course we do.
Who you guys got to win the cup?
Guys.
It's from Ronnie.
Yeah, go Avs.
Yeah, JJ was asking me about the helmets that the Kings were wearing the other day. Silver, shiny helmets against like a mustard yellow for the Golden Knights. Good win for the Avs to get started, huh?
Yeah, 5-2 over the Blackhawks for power play goals.
There you go, Ronnie.
Top two lines are fantastic.
There you go.
Gabe Langstad didn't play. Their captain. Fantastic night. Ceremony, raising the banner.
Can't lose with that. But yeah, we're going to probably talk playoff baseball instead of opening night in hockey. We're going to talk NFL too. But if you want to get on it, you're welcome to. This one says, let's play Survivor. Which NFL owners should be voted out first, Cleveland or D.C.? I mean, it's going to be D.C., right?
D.C.
Yeah. That's where that's going. That's 100% where that's going. All right, this one says, where'd it go? Jeff, I disagree with JJ. How many years has it been since Russ Wilson looked like the guy that won the Super Bowl? 3, 4? The decline didn't start when he put on Pumpkins uniform. It's from Richard. So he's kind of where Marty was, saying that there's going to be the decline is obvious, and it's not just a lat tear. I don't know. I'm in the middle of
What's
this.
obvious?
What's that?
What's obvious?
What do you mean? What's obvious?
Like, what are we all missing on Russell Wilson that he's declined?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the stats too. I mean, 4,000-yard seasons every year besides this year right now, but it's still only week 5.
Like, he was disappointing in Seattle last year. He was 6-8. Completed 65% of his passes through 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Where is this Russ narrative that we were all missing everything throughout his career? He's fool's gold and has been bad for years. I don't see it. Do I think is he a tier 2 quarterback? Okay. But that's winnable in the NFL.
100%. That's winnable.
This is incredibly disappointing, what's happening in Denver. But this isn't bailout. Russell Wilson has done stuff. It's very bad in the moment.
So I don't think it was ever fool's gold. I think he was really good. I mean, he won the Super Bowl. He should have won a second Super Bowl. I don't think any of that was fool's gold. Now, do my eyes tell me he's the same guy? I don't.
He's
think
hurt and bad this year. But if you're gonna look at this year and be like, well, we've seen a decline. Really? When he was 12-4 the year before last year, where he did get hurt, what decline are we talking about? Being bad right now is not some steady decline we're all missing.
And the numbers bear that out, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's insane. His numbers are insane. The last
I don't
decade.
get that.
Yeah.
Like I guess I don't.
So you may
are we sitting here talking about Russell Wilson?
And he's almost
Russell
been the
Wilson,
playoffs every year.
Mahomes, this or that. Like
2 years.
No, but to just act like, well, we all missed the decline. There's a reason Seattle got rid of him. Yeah, I think even with a good quarterback, which Russell Wilson is, you kind of get to a point where you hit your ceiling. and you feel like there needs
Well,
to be something else.
It's run its
And
course
I think
up there.
that's what happened in Seattle, as opposed to the Seahawks knew, and the Seahawks pulled one over everyone else. That Russ Wilson can't be a good quarterback in this league anymore.
That ran its course up there. Obviously, that coach and that quarterback were done.
Yes.
Right? I mean, it was that just wasn't going to work anymore, and they kept their 67.
I'm still taking Russell Wilson the next 4 years over Geno Smith. So you keep posting your pictures and your memes and your fantasy football stuff. The next 4 years, which of those guys are you taking?
I'm on Geno, man. Geno's finally coming to his prime.
You're on Zappy. You're on
Yeah,
Rush.
the
You're
league-
on
the
Mills.
league's going to be a Cooper Rush, Bailey Zappi, Geno Smith league. That's what the future of the league is.
Russell Wilson hasn't been good.
Oh, yeah.
Broncos are incredibly disappointing. There are some warts that you thought Russell Wilson was going to be able to cover up that he's not right now. But I can't sit here and say, well, then Russell Wilson's never going to be good again.
I don't know that I can say that, but I don't know that I can sit here and say with as much confidence as you that he is going to be good again.
Why? If he is hurt,
Yeah.
if this isn't a PR stunt,
Right.
and you say, all right, this year it's going to stink, it's
a
going to be
lot.
rough, it's going to look bad,
Yeah.
you go into the offseason and heal as
Do you
players
shut him
do.
down then? Do you keep throwing him out
Well, I
there?
don't know if it's one of those things that it's just like, hey, this is painful, and you just got to deal with it.
Well, it's painful to watch. But and you're not winning.
If it's like you can get hurt, like completely tear it. Like I don't know where that.
So let's
that
just
falls
say
on.
it's just a painful thing, but your performance is what you're getting. At what point do you say?
Because Brett Rippon's not better.
So a
Come
healthy
on.
Brett Rippon's not better than
No.
a broken.
If it's just pain
Yeah.
and it's bad overall, and you're just seeing like,
Well, if he
how
can't
this
make the
team
throws, I mean,
has-
pain could be I can't make the throws.
Yeah.
Like
then you talk about sitting your quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're seeing, isn't it? If the reason that he's not making some of these throws is, he's not going to get any worse, but it's a pain threshold thing. He can't do it because he can't get it there. Then, I mean,
I think it's more. The throws have been a problem.
Yeah.
But it's the lack of confidence overall.
Are they the-
holding the
It's-
football
sports-
forever, getting hit?
Sports fans are impatient too. New coach, new everything. Just I'm not saying that's the problem. I mean, I'm not saying that's. People want instant solutions. Just like
especially in this situation,
it's like yeah, of course. They're like, okay, we got the quarterback, Super Bowl.
this was
that's
an
everyone.
instant. This was an instant success situation.
Everyone
100%.
calm down.
Are they the
No, it's
lowest?
not bad.
Are
They
they
have
the
a good
lowest scoring
defense.
team in the NFL?
Are they the what?
Lowest scoring team
I'll
in the
look.
NFL. They got to be right.
I'll look, but they have
But
more
the-
wins than some
So
teams.
your point that there's no patience is right, but this was the.
There's so many new coaches in the league this
But
year.
this
No, this
was
was
just
supposed
add
to
and
be-
stir. Yeah.
This was supposed to be a playoff.
This was that one situation where all we need is that quarterback, and we gave up all that for that guy.
What if they start winning?
Then they might, and then everybody's happy, right? Not Zappy, they're happy.
We've seen teams
No, it's the
start
Colts.
off really bad.
They're the Colts and Broncos.
Colts.
Yeah, they're in the same situation because they're both were good teams. They just needed that quarterback or whatever it is.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk college
Hey,
football next.
guess who's only scoring one more point than the Broncos per game, Jeff?
Who's
Colts?
that? The Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah. Rams offense stinks too. No, the Rams offense is bad. Look, that's a whole nother conversation. We could get into that later, but I'm not running.
The Broncos
on
are
that
incredibly disappointing. Russell Wilson hasn't been good, but I am not on the should have saw this coming train. He's no good anymore. Like that stuff is crazy to me.
So they've scored in 5 games. They've scored a few more points than the Colts. 69-75, and then the Steelers are right behind them. Jerry Palm's next. We're talking college football on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
This message is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger.
Head to Blake's Lottaburger.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear.
Now, kind of a big weekend around here. I know the whole country's going to be watching New Mexico at New Mexico State. 6 o'clock kickoff down in Cruces on Saturday. Over on News Radio KKOB, JJ and Ned Abraham James will have the pregame show starting for you at 5. There's other stuff going on. I know it's hard for you to believe there's stuff going on outside the rivalry of Enchantment. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Back to your phone calls in a little bit. Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, we catch up with Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com. Good morning, Jerry. I know your whole weekend is centered around New Mexico, New Mexico State, and how you're going to find that game on your package.
I actually was just chuckling a bit at the term rivalry of enhancement, which
of enchantment.
I'm sorry, enchantment, which sounds a bit like an oxymoron, but.
So you're not. This isn't the focal point of your whole weekend, New Mexico.
I think did I see that that New Mexico State was favored in that game?
No, I think that's wrong. I think New Mexico's favored. I'll find that for you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
What'd you see? 6.5 the other day?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, it's 6.5. New Mexico. New Mexico's favorite.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
New Mexico State's coming off that bye and then that loss to Florida International, which was brutal, and they scored 7 points.
Yeah. That was pretty bad.
New Mexico fired their offensive coordinator after blowing a 14-0 lead last week. They were up
Really?
They were up 17-0 at Vegas and lost. They were up 14-0 against Wyoming and lost, and they made a change in offensive coordinator. So it's kind of a trend.
what is basically Air Force and San Jose State the only teams left with their original offensive coordinators this season?
Certainly,
in that league?
Boise State, San Diego State, New Mexico have all fired theirs. It's kind of been a trend over in the Mountain West. Hey, speaking of coaches, and let's start there. Where does Matt Rule end up? Nebraska, I saw on CBS Sports, seems to be a right fit. I can see Auburn opening up soon and that being attractive. Where he's going to end up in college, I think we all agree with that. Where's the spot?
I would think one of those two. I don't think Wisconsin is going to go that way. They're hoping that Jim Leonhard keeps the job. So I would say probably Nebraska or Auburn. He's probably got a better chance to short-term win at Nebraska than he does at Auburn. Auburn might throw more money at him. So I guess I would say Auburn if they're going to throw the most money at him.
Yeah, but I mean, he just got $40 million to walk away. It almost feels like he's going to go to the spot that gives him the best chance, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be different when each of those conferences goes away from division. Then what's Auburn going to be?
Right.
They might be better off not having to be in the division they're in. Nebraska definitely will be worse off not having to be in the division they're in.
Yeah.
So you might have a little more upside with Auburn. But both of these programs are going to have great resources because their leagues have great resources.
Dennis Dodd wrote a story on Deion Sanders and saying that he might be in a Power 5 situation. Is it time for Deion to leave Jackson State and take this to a Power 5 level?
I could see certain situations where he would fit okay. I mean, I don't think he'd fit at Nebraska. I don't know that would be a good fit for his style and personality.
Yeah.
Not his ability. His ability will fit anywhere. But a place like Auburn, maybe. That's Arizona State, I think, would do well with a guy like him. But, yeah, if somebody comes calling, I could see him, trying an FBS gig, Power 5 gig.
Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, is with us this morning on the opening drive.
Well, Jerry, there's a lot of fantastic games this weekend. I want to start with Alabama at Tennessee. Tennessee's 7.5-point home dogs. Of course, Bryce Young. Question there. What do you like in that matchup?
Well, really, Bryce Young is the question. If he's playing, Alabama has a chance to cover that 7.5, although I probably wouldn't pick it. If he's not playing, I don't think they're going to win. It's that simple. Jalen Milroe has done a nice job filling in, but, he came off the bench at Arkansas, struggled a bit at times, but, ended up helping Alabama pull away at the end and win that game. A&M, he had his struggles, 3 turnovers, I think, in that game. A game that really Alabama should win more comfortably, but your quarterback is green. So, and A&M's got a pretty good defense. Well, Tennessee's defense is better than it's been. That's why they are where they are. But it's not great yet. But I don't like a green quarterback going into Knoxville where they haven't won this game in, 15, 16 years. I think they need Bryce Young in this game to have a chance, and I think they win with Bryce Young. But I don't think they win with their backup. So until we get that answer, and it might not be till Saturday morning, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, number 10 Penn State and number 5 Michigan. Who stays undefeated after this game?
I think Michigan. They're at home. They're better. They're not markedly better, but Penn State definitely has some things that they can do to try and take advantage of Michigan. But if Michigan can run the ball with Blake Corum, then Penn State's going to have a hard time. But I think Penn State, they've got a couple of 5-star freshmen, one receiver and one quarterback. I don't think the quarterback's going to get much action, but running back and quarterback. And if the running back can get some, that's a guy who's a weapon that they need to probably use a little bit more than they do. And I think if they can do that, they can maybe match Michigan's running game and make this something pretty competitive.
Jerry, we were all looking forward to SC Utah, and we can still look forward to it, but UCLA might be real. They go and beat Utah last week after beating Washington the week before. We're all watching this. This was going to be the big game of the Pac-12, but maybe the big game of the Pac-12, if SC can get through this one, is going to be the last one of the year.
Well, it might be. Although I think Oregon is the team that's best positioned to win the regular season because They don't play SC at all. They get UCLA at home. They get Utah at home. And they get Washington at home. So the 3 best teams left on their schedule all have to go to Oregon. So I think they're in the best shape to at least win the regular season. I still have USC picked to win the league, but they've got to get by either Utah or UCLA if they're going to do that. I don't know if they have to win them both to get to the championship game, but they certainly have to win one of those. This is a tough game. Utah's a tough place to play, and they're a good team, and they're coming off a loss, so they're going to be focused. USC is going to have to play well to win.
All right, so let me ask you this, big picture. Assuming you're looking Georgia, Alabama, assuming you're looking at Big Ten champ, Michigan, Ohio State, whatever, and assuming Clemson runs the table, where would an undefeated Pac-12 champion in USC play into that mix?
They'd be competing with Clemson for the 4th spot. And I don't know. I think, we could end up with a situation where margins will matter. How does Clemson look going undefeated in an ACC where they don't have a real good competitor? USC's strength of schedule is definitely going to be better. Plus, they still have to play Notre Dame, and that's not a bad team.
Yeah.
But it might depend on, if they're the undefeated team. Well, they're the only undefeated. Well, it could be UCLA, right?
Yeah, UCLA. Pick either one of them. I mean, either one of them. I mean, because we're not having a conversation. We're in agreement.
Yeah, they're going to have a tougher schedule.
Yeah.
But if they don't look good against, really relative dominance will matter, and it's possible that the one-loss SEC team doesn't make it, and both undefeated teams get in.
I guess that's right too. If the one-loss team would be, that would be the team.
Alabama or Georgia.
It would be the team that would lose in the SEC championship.
Yep. Yeah. Or I guess if Tennessee wins this week, 11-1 Tennessee.
Yeah, and then let's have that conversation. I mean, that could solve some problems and create some other ones. Yeah. A few more minutes with Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com.
Well, Jerry, as you look at the Big 12 right now, I know you like Kansas, even with their backup quarterback, over Oklahoma. Then you have Oklahoma State, TCU. What do you make of some of those matchups?
Yeah, how is Oklahoma favored over anybody right now? Seriously.
No, that's right.
I mean, if the backup quarterback, with the Jason Bean, had played poorly for Kansas, then I would get it. But they're actually, that line's going up. It was 9 yesterday. It started at 7 and now it's 9. Has anybody watched Oklahoma play? It's the most baffling thing I've ever seen. And Oklahoma probably go out and win by 20 and make me look stupid. The more confident I am in a pick, the less of a chance it has of coming through.
The more it goes the other way.
But yeah, that's just baffling to me. But I'm really looking forward to the Oak State TCU game, to see if Oak State's defense, which is pretty good, can slow down that TCU attack. I tell you, Sonny Dykes has stepped into TCU, and he's got a quarterback that he can work with, and that offense is clicking. These guys are going to have their hands full, Mike Gundy's guys.
All right, second best story to me after Kansas in college football this year has been James Madison with the transition into FBS, and there's programs who have never been ranked in the top 10, top 25.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked in the top 25, whatever that means, and yet they still cannot, at least theoretically, unless there's some waiver somewhere, that they can't play in a bowl game. Their story's pretty amazing. How they've done it with a quarterback transfer from Colorado State. They've done it with obviously really good coaching. How have they been able to be this successful in their first year up?
Well, part of it is James Madison has a culture of winning. I mean, they've been really successful at FCS. They've had a championship-level program. They're right there all the time. North Dakota State has dominated lately, but James Madison is always in that picture. So that when you know how to win, and winning is what you do, I mean, yes, you're stepping up a level, but you always believe you can win because that's what you do. So you fill in some pieces, and you're well coached. Otherwise, you don't win as much as you do. And they're in the Sun Belt. They didn't go from FCS to the Big Ten, so that helps. But they just know how to win, and there they go. They're continuing to win. Somebody's going to get them sometime. They're probably not going to finish, 11-0, and they're only playing 11 games, by the way. And 2 of those are FCS teams, so only one would count toward bowl eligibility if it ever came to that. But nonetheless, I don't think they're going to go 11-0. I think somebody will eventually get them. because the top of that league is pretty competitive, but they're a great story.
Yeah, it's such a good story. Who's the best Group of 5 team? Coastal's undefeated, as is James Madison. But who do you think the best is?
Probably Cincinnati.
Okay.
But until somebody beats Coastal,
Yeah.
I think they're the ones in the driver's seat for the spot in the New Year's Six.
Yeah. All right. Read them every day over on CBSSports.com. Follow them on the Twitter. It's at JPPalmCBS. We'll catch up with you, next Thursday? It's starting to get hoop season around here, too, by the way. We got Jamal,
I've been working on basketball schedules today.
Yeah, we got Jamal Mashburn Jr. coming on with us in 15 minutes at 9 o'clock
Oh,
to
cool.
talk to him. A really good backcourt. A big injury in the Mountain West yesterday. You see Isaiah Stevens, the Colorado State guard's out for the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that really hurts.
Yeah, big injury.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so that was a bummer for them. All right, glad I could break a little news for you, as you always break it for us. We'll talk to you next week. Enjoy the weekend.
All right, thanks.
Be well. Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com, who's terrific. All right, Jamal Mashburn Jr., top of the hour. That means 9 o'clock. We'll talk with him. We'll talk a little about basketball. You can respond to what Jerry had to say. He thinks that an undefeated Pac-12 champion, SC or UCLA, probably does get into the playoff. It's going to be a crazy situation. The Tennessee game can go a long way to help that, too, this weekend. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing Services help small business.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up cup of root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff. One scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough. Back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
In Lujan. Vikings, one more chance. It is over. Marissa Sanchez on the play. That is.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Sports Animal.
A couple really interesting things from Jerry. One, did he say if Bryce Young doesn't play, he thinks Tennessee wins? Beats Alabama? That's a big statement. Now, it would be even bigger if it happens, but they barely beat Texas A&M last week without Bryce Young.
And Tennessee's better.
Tennessee's way better than A&M. Way better than A&M. Yeah, and the other thing was, on the Pac-12 thing, an undefeated Pac-12, he thinks it could even bump the one-loss SEC team out if Clemson, the Big Ten champion, and the Pac-12 champion all go undefeated. Would all those get into the 4-team playoff instead of the one-loss SEC team? So that's there for you. Text line, 505-246-0610. In order to work for the Sports Animal or any station under that umbrella, do you have to be a Republican? I don't believe so. Were you ever asked that during your application? I wasn't.
What?
In order to work for the Sports Animal or any station under that umbrella, do you have to be a Republican?
Have they listened to all the shows?
Obviously not. No.
What was listen to this show for about, and throughout the afternoon and everything.
Well, what was even said today that would suggest political affiliation today? Anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, I asked if people watched the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
interesting.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. By the way, is it Speech's birthday today?
I don't know if it's today, but he said he's traveling, so he was asking for a.
Well, Speech, you're a good caller.
and you throw a good ball. Really, it's a beautiful spiral, and we're wishing you, everybody here at the Sports Animal, and the nation's most valuable radio station, Speech, we're wishing you a splendid birthday, and I hope that you get a big victory this weekend down in Miami, okay? Because we're going to take Dak with us, and he's not going to play. But we're going to go try to beat the Eagles after y'all go down and beat the Dolphins.
Happy birthday, Speech.
Oh, that was so good.
Is that all right?
Yeah, he requested that, so thank you.
JJ's not thrilled with that.
That was good.
That's what.
Now we're just doing shout-outs.
Well, no, I mean.
Call in and send out your shout-outs to your loved ones on the West Coast.
That's right.
It's just funny. That's what he wanted for his
246-0610.
birthday. He wanted a Jerry Jones impression from Jeff.
All right.
Let her know you're thinking about her. We'll play your favorite song coming up next.
All right, Jamal Mashburn next. We want to talk some Lobo Hoops, because I do. Lobo Hoops with one of the best in the country, Jamal Mashburn Jr. next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
As As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Dream Style Stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers.
7 o'clock in the morning.
7 a.m. where have you been? 7 a.m. where is your brother?
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Boggs.
So, just for the record, by the way, and we're going to get to Jamal Mashburn here, as we just did the speech, happy birthday in Jerry Jones' voice, today's Jerry Jones' 80th birthday. Who knew?
Well, to get to 80, it's a big number.
All right, back to all that mess later. Good morning to you. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. We'll get back to your calls in a little bit. Global basketball opens up here like any day now, it feels like, right?
We're talking about practice, Jeff.
Well, we're talking about
practice.
That's what we're in now. And then we're going to get into a schedule for
not a game, practice.
Highly anticipated season with one of the best backcourts in America, highlighted by Jamal Mashburn Jr. and Jalen House. But it's a deep backcourt with KJ Jenkins and Javonte Johnson and Donovan Dent. And then you add Josiah Alec, the transfer, and Morris Udeze, who was with us last week. And you got the promise of a pretty good basketball team. One of those guys that they're leaning on so much led New Mexico in scoring last year at 18.2 points per game, one of only 2 Mountain West players to score in double figures in every conference game last year. Third team all-conference. Jamal Mashburn Jr. joins us this morning. Good morning, Mash. How you living?
Man, good morning, man. Thank you guys for having me.
No, we appreciate you spending some time with us. All right, year two's got to be different. I mean, we all did this probably about a year ago right now, and I think you were still feeling your way around this. And I remember spending some time with you in Colorado on that road trip, and I think it was all new. Now that year two, how does this feel different, and does it feel any better than it did 365 days ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think just I feel a lot more confident. I mean, I just I think this work that I put in, this previous summer just gave me a lot of confidence. Just the guys I was around, and just the level of intensity that picked up from last year to this year. And I think this team is just going to be so great. I think we have a great group of guys that are everyday guys and willing to work. And I think it's going to be real special. So
when guys say you put in the work in the off season, I think people kind of get numb to that, right? They hear, what does that mean for you? What does that mean? What was the work that you put in the off season?
I'm bumping heads with guys like Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Austin Rivers, D'Angelo Russell, Bam Adebayo, and the list can go on. I mean, I'm picking all those guys' brains and playing against them and holding my own. So my confidence is growing, and I'm also getting great individual work with my trainer, who I've been with for 4 years now. So he's like family to me. So he knows my game, and knows what it needs to take it to the next level. And so I just think that's the level of work that I'm at. So.
Yeah, so where do you go? So those are all NBA names, all current NBA guys making a lot of money, playing really well at the highest level. Where were you? Where'd you play with them, and how'd that go?
Yeah, so I'm down in Miami, Florida. That's where I was raised, and that's where I put in my work. It's at this gym called Athletics with my trainer. His name is Ronnie Taylor. He runs a group called Taylor Sports Group. That's his training group, and I've been with him for 4 years. So.
That's really cool. Jamal Mashburn Jr. is with us on the opening drive this morning.
Well, Jamal, if you go back to your time in Miami, and then you finished up at Brewster Academy, and you mentioned some of those names. Donovan Mitchell played there. There's a group of NBA alumni that went through Brewster Academy. So what was that time like for you ahead of your college career?
Oh, man, it was amazing. I mean, it prepared me for my time at Minnesota and just how the schedule is in college. I mean, I got to give credit to, my head coach, Coach Smith, and my assistant coach, Josh Lee, because they prepared us early. We were playing with a lot of high-level name guys. I was coming from Miami, Florida, after my sophomore year. I was the man, and then I went to Brewster, and I had to learn how to play with 5 other, high-level Division I, athletes and pros. So, minutes were reduced, and I was able to really learn how to play with those high level guys and get used to how a college practice is, and what it really takes to win and stuff like that. So I give a lot of credit to Brewster. I had the most amazing time there.
And you talk about all your learning experiences. Being a part of a basketball family like you are. Is this something that you kind of say, hey, I want to go out there and learn things on my own, and then if I get some help, that's fantastic? Kind of how is the process of you falling in love with the game work?
Yeah, I mean, one thing about me is I'm going to ask a lot of questions, no matter who you are, or whoever I come across, because I'm always just trying to learn, always just trying to be a sponge for information. My dad is a big part, the biggest part of my development and my learning and continuing to get better, just because he has imparted so much wisdom on me, and will continue to do that. He's my main mentor. So I think, I have a great support system around me. I'm saying very small, but a great support system that helps me, whenever I need it, and just to help me keep me grounded and just keep me going.
Jamal Mashburn Jr. is with us on the opening drive. For those of you who aren't familiar with Jamal's family, his father, Jamal, played 12 seasons in the NBA, played for Rick Pitino. Richard's father at Kentucky was the SEC Player of the Year back in 1993. And I wonder how much of that, Jamal, plays on your demeanor. One of the things that impressed me the most last year was who you are. There's not too high, not too low. Always, 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 and I'm sure internally maybe it doesn't always feel that way, but you appear to be in control of your emotions, what you're saying and what you're doing on the court. And so aside from making shots, taking the ball away, controlling the ball, it feels to me that as a leader and as a person that you're really in control of your emotions and what you're saying. Is that fair, and is that a conscious effort?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I remember, when I was a kid, I used to get, so riled up when I was playing, and, and I would get so mad at things, and my emotions would just be going all over the place, just because that's just the level of passion I have for the game. So I had to learn how to control that. I had to learn how to kind of push it into a more of a positive way for my team and for myself. So, I mean, it started off as a learning experience for me. I mean, I do a lot of journaling, a lot of writing, just so I know, I can control my thoughts, and I know that my thoughts are things that I can control, and I'm not my thoughts. So, and my emotions gonna come and go. You know what I'm saying? You deal with them, and they come and they gonna subside, and you just keep going and keep moving on. So I think that's just how, I've trained myself, and that's just how I am naturally now. So.
Jamal, I think everybody's got the right way to deal with it for them, right? Some people are way more outward with their emotions, and that's right for them. Some people, like in your case, you control them differently. Your backcourt mate, Jalen House, is much more emotional on the floor, and that's right for him. And it feels like you two are kind of linked because you came here at the same time, and there's so much publication, so much stuff nationally about you two. How do you get along, and how's that work for you, working with a guy who is similar but different, skill set and certainly personality-wise, but it feels like you two have become pretty close and really can create something super special here?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I think we complement each other very well. I mean, I think, you know, he gives me a kind of a balance of, you know, I have energy, you know, sometimes too, but he definitely has a lot more energy and a lot more, you know, fieriness, you know, than me, and he shows that a lot. So, and sometimes that gets me, you know, that gets me going, gets the whole team going, and it happens at right moments. I think, you know, our relationship has grown, you know, extremely close and extremely and gotten extremely better since last year. So I think we, you know, we're looking to win a lot of games together and just make something special happen.
Jamal, you're obviously a student of the game, the way that you work and you think about the process. So for you, when you need to turn it off, when you need to get away from basketball, where do you go? What does your mind do?
Oh man, that's a great question. I mean, I'm the type of guy that, you know, just loves to stay in the gym. And, you know, I like me getting away from basketball would be, you know, getting in the gym and just, you know, getting in my meditation zone and just shooting and working out, doing the things that I love and doing the things that I know I can do best. And, you know, my work ethic has pushed me new heights and so many heights, and I know it will continue to do that. And so I just, you know, I'm always just trying to do something to, you know, perfect my craft. You know, so that's what I love to do. So that's what really frees my mind.
Jamal, where did it come from? Who was the influence as far as all this introspection? You said you were super emotional and how to figure out how to keep it in check. And obviously, we're all still working on that. At whatever stage we are in life, you're never going to stop. But where did it come from? Who made you aware? Was there an influence in that regard?
I mean, I would say, you know, there's definitely my dad. I mean, my dad, he was in the NBA for 12 years, and you know, he understands, and he's been in this college process too. So he understands the emotions behind it. He understands. You know, everything that comes with it as far as, you know, what I'm trying to do and, you know, the level of work that it needs to be required. So, I mean, I think, you know, at an early age, you know, he kind of set that stone in my life of just, you know, being even killed and, you know, just being a student of the game and just, you know, also appreciating and being grateful for the game because I'm extremely grateful to play this sport. I know there's a lot of kids and a lot of people that would love to be in my position. So I don't want to take any days or any practice or any workout for granted because, you know, I know that, you know, a kid wants to be in my position right now too. So
yeah, I think the perspective's so right. Every day you realize how good you've got it, no matter what you're doing, and that'll drive you to get better. It really kind of keeps you grounded. All right, lastly, you got Louisville fans listening, and you're starting to realize now, you've been here over a year, how passionate this fan base is and how hungry they are. Give me a little taste. I mean, I know you don't want to oversell, but you don't want to undersell. What is this basketball team this year as you head into it? Because there's a ton of excitement, not just outside, but I know inside that gym too.
Yeah, I mean, all the excitement is rightfully given. I would say that for sure. I mean, we got a team that's going to really make a lot of noise. You know, I'm confident in that. I'm confident in my group of guys, and I'm confident in my ability and our ability to just go out there and win and just do everything that it takes to win. You know, we're going to play hard for you guys, as always. You know, we lost a lot of games in the pit last year that we shouldn't have lost, but we're going to get those back for you guys. You know, that's all I got to say. I mean, I tweeted out a long time ago that, you know, I'm coming back for my revenge, and I'm standing on that. So, you know, we got a lot of firepower, so we're going to come shoot it off. So.
Always enjoy this conversation, man. Let's do it again soon. Let's catch up as we go through the season. But really appreciate the conversation and your candor and your story and your drive and obviously your passion for what you do. Keep doing it. Be well. Have a great season. We'll catch up with you soon, and thanks for the time.
Man, I appreciate you guys for having me, man. I appreciate it.
All right, be well. Jamal Mashburn Jr. That's one. I mean, I know I say this a lot. That's one of my favorite conversations we've had, and I mean, I can't tell you how long. And it was nothing about what you and I just did. He's an impressive young man, huh?
No, that everything he said about how his mind works, who he aligns himself with, that sounded like an NBA veteran right there.
So much there I want to unpack when we get back. 505-246-0610. You can respond to what you just heard from Jamal Mashburn Jr. as well. Hey, you've been hearing for a long time about NuMale and about thousands of men have benefited from NuMale's industry-leading testosterone replacement. Those men feel better. You hear about it because it works. Men all over the country take care of things like fatigue and depression, weight gain, even erectile dysfunction. Do you know NuMale also specializes in hair replacement for men and women? Guys, ladies, the number's 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 or online at NuMale, NUMALE.com. Pick the option that's best for you. Platelet-rich plasma hair therapy. It uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle and stop hair loss. You regrow hair. They have an FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser proven to regrow hair, and a NeoGraft hair transplant, which produces natural-looking results in less than a week with no linear scarring. The treatments work for both men and women who want natural, thicker hair without side effects. The number is 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or online at NuMale.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the...
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Do that. There's so much in there that I didn't know. Hopefully you were with us on the last segment and heard Jamal Mashburn Jr., the Lobo guard, who's going to play in the NBA. Do you disagree with that? He's small, but I think he's got a game.
Got a good opportunity, absolutely.
So he said, I know I'm going to have a good year. We put in the work in the off season, and I hear that all the time, Amory. I hear guys, guys, ladies, athletes always just say, I put in the work, and I always sometimes think, is that just a term that gets lost? And that's why I asked the question. So, Jamal, what does that mean? You put in the work, and he explained it. JJ, I had no idea that he's playing with Donovan Mitchell and Bam Adebayo, and as he said, holding my own and getting better down in Miami. Playing it was the Taylor Sports Group down in Miami with Ronnie Taylor, and I did not know that, but I can see it, and that's how guys. How do you get better? You play with people who are better than you. How do you get better? You work with people who are better than you, and as good as Jamal Mashburn is, guys are thriving in the NBA right now, are the top of the world. And I think, I didn't know any of that. Did you?
I did not.
Yeah. And then the way he handles, his demeanor, it is some people are just a certain way, right? You're extroverted, you're introverted, you show your emotions, you don't show your emotions. And I'm not telling you that there's a right way or a wrong way. I know that there's a right way for each individual. And I've been so impressed by how that young man always seems so under control. And every time he's in front of a camera or a microphone's in front of him, JJ, he doesn't sound calculated. He sounds naturally comfortable and cerebral and well thought and says impressive things. And the way he got there, his story's fascinating to me.
It makes sense why it works right now, because it is the yin and yang of that background.
Right.
Mashburn, calm, cool, collected, house fiery, out there, outspoken, and that's each how they're wired. So it works. They're not forcing anything together. Just meshes.
And he said that. Yeah, we play off each other well. Those two are going to be linked. Hopefully for good, but I mean, They may both be in their last year here, right? They're both juniors. Is that right? They might both be in their last year here. And they came in at the same time. They were Richard Pitino's, amongst his first recruits. Both had dads who were great players. They're the backcourt. It's House and Mashburn. Mashburn and House. They're going to be linked. And if this team has success, JJ, they're going to be legends around here. Just telling you, if this is the team that gets back to the NCAA tournament, I don't know that it will. I don't know that it won't. But if this is the team that gets back to the NCAA tournament, House and Mashburn will be legends around here and always be linked together. And you'll have your favorite or you won't have you love them both, whatever. But two distinctly different personalities, different but similar games, right? Similar stature. You got, like I said to Jamal, you got the makings of something that could be really special. I thought that was as enjoyable for me. Hope you all enjoyed that. But as enjoyable for me as we've done in a long time. All right, 505-246-0610. It is yours the rest of the day. The text line is a speech that says, "Thanks, Jeff. That made my day." And yes, Jerry's 80 today.
I assume.
All right. Well, good.
Unless people are just loving your Jerry Jones impression.
All right. Well, I'm working on it.
No, you do good impressions.
You know how it is. You got to work on impressions, right?
Yeah.
It's not quite Hoser yet. Hoser does a pretty good one. Ryan just sent me the link of the ticket in Dallas. I guess they have someone who comes on and does a whole Jerry Jones segment every week. I play that for you. You got the cadence down.
Yours is better.
Right? My voice is better, right? Yeah. His cadence is good. And we'll work on that. All right, emails. This is from Ron. If I could open the dang thing. Ron, did I see Fresno State is 1-5, Jeffy? Wow, just wow. Weren't the Bulldogs picked to win the Mountain West Conference? Is Jeff Tedford gone? Nope, Jeff Tedford's there, but you know who's not been playing?
Mountain West preseason offensive player of the year.
Jay Kaner, their quarterback. But,
Simple
JJ,
answer
with
to
all
that.
due respect, like, Fife has been their backup. It was maybe going to play in a game last year in the New Mexico Bowl. They lost to UConn.
UConn's a bad loss.
I mean, that's a bad
That's the
loss.
one where, backup or not, you're like, oh, what happened, Fresno State?
Yeah.
You should be better than that in that game, in that situation.
They're going to struggle to get bowl eligible. They got San Jose State this week. I mean, typically you'd sit there and say, this is, they're at home. It's a Fresno State game. San Jose State's the picket, aren't they?
They've moved into that position, dominating UNLV last Friday.
Boy, that was something, too.
Those are, and UNLV. I don't know where the status on Doug Brumfield, but still, it's all right. You lose your quarterback, but then you go out and give 40 points.
So let me give you the two best illustrations of how important a quarterback is in college football. Are those two right there, right? Jake Haener's out at Fresno State, a team that was a 10-win team last year, 11-win team last year, 10-win team last year, that many of us thought was the best team in the Mountain West last year. They get almost everything coming back. They lose their quarterback. They lose to UConn. Right? UNLV, who was so good. We watched them storm back on the Lobos the other day. Outscored the Lobos 31-3 in the second half. Who looks so good. They lose their quarterback. They score 7 points. They lose 40-7. Not only, JJ, is it you're not scoring points when you're going 3 and out or turning the ball over, your defense is on the field all day and the other guys are in good scoring position. That's how important quarterbacking is at the college level, let alone at the pro level. But in this league, I'm going to give you another example. San Diego State's gone through how many quarterbacks this year? I think they're on their 4th. This guy was a safety, 6'3", 220-pound safety, left-handed kid who's playing quarterback now. One left the program. One's been benched. It's how important quarterback is. Bachmeier at Boise State. And it's kind of what you guys are going through here. Look, New Mexico State's dealing with it. The inconsistency that they're having at quarterback, too.
Yeah. The Hank Bachmeier one it's just super frustrating. He never found traction. And that offense this year is better with just straight dual-threat quarterback run game. They're not throwing the football. Look at what they did to the Aztecs. They racked up like
That's
300
right.
yards rushing.
In the second half, basically. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I got a Jason email. We come back. It's Lobo Aggie Week. Did you forget? Lobo's going down to play the Aggies in Las Cruces, so I'll get you a little more smack from Jason when we return. You can get in on anything you've heard today. I got Bears and what do we get? Bears and Commandos tonight? Is it wrong that I call them the Commandos? It's just Commanders sounds weird to me. Not the Commandos
I mean,
should sound any better.
You probably are going to offend someone, Jeff.
Is that why that person thought everybody had to be a Republican?
Totally. Commandos.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Nothing
I still
was...
call them the Redskins. Cancel me.
Well, you're in trouble. Yeah. Well, now it all makes sense.
Now it all makes sense.
You're in trouble, too. All right, you're in business. We're all in business, so we all know how important computers and networks and remote access are to your everyday success. ABQIT knows that as well. They know that most business owners want to know three things. Your system works, your system's secure, and what's it going to cost? ABQIT created a business model with you in mind. They monitor your computers, they monitor your network, they keep them operating, they watch for any activity that is malicious, and they protect your operation, and they do it at one predictable cost. So do you currently get several bills every month? One from the internet provider, one from cybersecurity, another one when you buy new equipment? Not anymore. If you do business with ABQIT, they handle it all at one cost. No hourly rate or labor billing. No hidden fees or out-of-scope charges. Your rate is predictable. It will not change. You own a business? Take time to get a free assessment from ABQIT. Then you won't have to worry about computer problems again. Visit abq-it.com. abq-it.com. No more worrying about your computer problems when you do business with ABQIT.
Cherry Fridays are back this Friday at 11 a.m. Join the sports animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of One Albertson somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo.
Following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Got a little rivalry game this weekend down in Las Cruces. Las Cruces. That's how you say Perricos in Las Cruces. I heard one of the local anchors yesterday say, I'd never heard this one before, Portales.
Portales?
Portales.
Portales?
Yeah, where eastern New Mexico is in Portales. That one I'd not heard, but I guess that's right. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, Adrian. The number to get in is 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. So Jason sent me this one on TikTok. Well, he didn't send it on TikTok. That's the subject line. Good morning, OD. The level of excitement for this edition of the Rivalry of Enchantment has been tepid at best. I'm going to ask this question. For which program is this game bigger? Here's my opinion. The Lobos, and specifically their head coach, needs this game from a credibility standpoint. The Aggies in the first year of a total build, with a new coach coming off a blowout loss to putrid FIU, and the perception held in the 505 about Aggie football, gasp, loses to the Aggies, it will be more damaging than being winless in the Mountain West Conference or having one FBS win to date. The Aggies may have the coach with the right name when it comes to hopes for Lobo football this season. Coach Kill, a foreshadowing, if you will. However, I'm curious about your opinion as to who needs this game more. Crimsonly, Jason. P.S. Rudy C. Feel free to post my email on the bulletin board for Lobo football. That's the adult equivalent of, quote, I'm getting my big brother, end quote. My guy, if an athlete needs a random email from a fan to fire them up, that's a problem. We've unlocked the secret. Lobo football only plays well when fans talk smack. Who knew? Here come the slew of emails from Pistol Pedro and Mutt Masher. All right, I think this is easy. Who's it bigger for? I think it's bigger for the Lobos.
It's not even a question.
Yeah, I don't think this is a question either. I mean, and it kind of for the reasons he said. Yeah. The Aggies are in year one. Now, look, is that mean it's not a big game for them? Hell no, it's a big game for them. I mean, they're coming off a bye week and a loss to FIU. When they beat Hawaii, they were saying, hey, we beat FIU, beat New Mexico.
Yeah, they're looking at
UMass, Lamar, and we steal one and we can get to 6. Now you're like, wait, we just laid an absolute turd against Florida International. So it's a big game for New Mexico State. It's a rivalry game. It's a get-right game. It's a it's keep building. But it's not even arguable. It's bigger for New Mexico.
Yeah, it's everything that you laid out. It's important, matters, rivalry game, but yeah, Jason gets it. Everyone understands what this means at this moment.
Yeah, yep. And look, Aggie fans, would you love to step on them and kick them and beat them? And can New Mexico State beat them? Yeah, they can. New Mexico, I think, will win this game because I think they're better defensively. I think they score enough points. And look, I'm really interested. The other reason why it's such a big game for New Mexico is they just changed offensive coordinators, and they're trying to figure out who they are and what they're doing going forward. They still feel like they've got a goal in front of them that's attainable. Now, it's not attainable, JJ, if they lose this game. They go to 2-5. It's not attainable. If they go to 3-4, you can still have conversations because everybody on their schedule is scuffling. Fresno State's 1-5. San Diego State's not great. Utah State hasn't been great. Air Force has shown they're beatable. Colorado State is absolutely eminently beatable. Like, every one of those games left, you're like, well, I mean, they might be underdogs, although I don't know that they will be against Colorado State. Maybe. Their goals are still in front of them, but not if they don't win this game, right?
That is correct.
I mean, I don't want to... Is it must-win? Yeah, I'll tell you it's a must-win.
For the Lobos, this is a must-win game.
It's a must-win.
It's not a kind of got-to-win game. It's a must-win game.
Yeah, I think that's right. I do think that's right. If they still want to hit the goals that they put out in front of them. And all right, so what do you think they look like offensively? How much different is the play calling? Is Heath Ridenour is going to be in his first game as the Lobo offensive coordinator. He's got the same players. Now, everything I understand, he's going to have Jordan Porter, Luke Wysong, Christian Washington, and Sherrod White. All those guys who were suspended last week. I do understand they'll be back this week. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. If that is the case, he should have a full slate, a full roster of weapons. Now, is that good enough? It should be good enough this week. And this is the week where it needs to be to get yourself back on track and figure out what you are. How different do they look, if they look different at all, and what do you expect out of them? I mean, you expect more of that real triple? Like a more dual threat?
That's what I'd be looking at. Maybe some different looks in the run game, getting the quarterback more scripted plays outside the pocket, on the run, easy throws to the outside, play action game, things like that. It's not going to be an entirely new offense. That's impossible.
Well, no, you're not putting that in.
You still want to be able to use the things that you've been successful with starting games the last 2 weeks. So there's two things. It's not just, you can't assume they're going to start the same. So they have to be able to maximize what they've done, because New Mexico State's looked at that for 2 weeks going, all right, this is how the Lobos have started these last 2 games. How are we going to attack these situations? So you got to be prepared for that. And then if you are able to be successful in the first half, it's the 1 or 2 drives in the second half that have absolutely stalled, that you've had to settle for field goals. You're not making those field goals. Can you turn one of those into a touchdown?
So it's interesting. I think there's 2 things for me. I think they got to get off to a quick start, but they've been getting off to quick starts, JJ. So that's not that. Okay, you were up 14-0 last week. You were up 17-0 the week prior. You lost both games. Okay, so let's get off to a quick start. But secondly, what do you think it is coming out of the locker room, second half? And it's not even, honestly, it's not even the second half. It's second quarter on, right? Last week it was the first 2 possessions and then blank. The week before was the first 3 possessions and then blank. Is that a mindset? Is it play calling? Is it talent? Is it coaching? What is that in this situation?
Coaching, talent. Then you have to look at mindset.
And so how do you fix it? Look, Jason, your email's good. The question, it feels relatively easy to me. It really does. The answer is it's bigger for New Mexico. And so, I mean, is it a gotta-win game? I kind of think this is a must-win game. I think this is one of those where they got to figure this one out. They got to get on that bus Saturday night, get out of Las Cruces, because Danny didn't like to spend money in that town, and feel good about yourself and get on that bus and have a win. What do you think? 505-246-0610. Now, that doesn't mean it's not big for you, Aggie fan. I think we all understand it is big for you, too. But if the question is, who's it bigger for? I think that's the answer. Come back and wrap it up and finish up your correspondence on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Opening drive. We kind of do the opening stuff, hence opening. See what we did there? Opening drive, morning. Never mind. Footy tonight, Bears and Commanders. Time we hit the air, Marie, with that.
6:20 when the game starts, I'm assuming. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I see it on the schedule, but I don't.
I'm assuming
see what
6:20 because that's when.
All right, so 6 o'clock. Maybe?
Let's say 6 o'clock.
All right, 6. We'll
Albuquerque time. We'll give you a little 20 minutes.
Show up when you want. What time's the game start? I don't know. What time can you be there?
6:20.
It's one of my favorite.
I'm telling them 5:20, and then they'll get there by the first one.
Right.
Tonight's about fantasy football, so.
And your wagers.
Who should you start?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, boy.
Text line says Lobos need this game. If they lose, the Lennies in the 505 will get louder. Gonzalez's seat will get warmer. No, there's no doubt about that. Lenny will call and tell you, I told you so. How about that Lenny call the other day? Remember that?
That's not the first time he's done that, by the way.
What? Tell me about my love affair?
Danny. No, well, Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah, no, I got it. Because he's not a homer, so he's going to go after the coach. I got it. All right, fair enough. Baseball today, you will get the early game will be what day is today? Is today Thursday? Today's Thursday. Seattle and Houston. 1:37 is your start time. First pitch on TBS. And then if they can get this game off, there's supposed to be rain in New York. Guardians and Yankees, game 2 of that series. On TBS at 5:37 today. Dodgers last week. Dodger fan, where you been? You got it. I mean, you're really, really quiet now. You're really, really quiet now. And I think you got to be a little puckered, no?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
All right.
This is simple. Yeah, the Padres are good, but now or never for San Diego. They really put them on their heels. Blake Snell looks fantastic. All right. Then you'd be puckered. It's a 1-1 series. Got a little sloppy.
Okay.
Yesterday for the Dodgers. They're okay.
All right. World Cup is next month, right? November 20th to December 18th. Really? The World Cup finals are the day of the New Mexico Bowl. All right. So you've heard of beer gardens, right? Places to go drink beer.
How dare they?
I know, right?
How dare they?
I know. Beer gardens. We've all been to one. You go to a place. There's special places where you go in, show your ID, get a wristband, and you can go drink beer. Have you? What would be the opposite of a beer garden?
A water garden.
Fair. In Qatar, or is it Qatar or Qatar? Which one are we going with? As I've heard them both. Which way?
I'm trusting you.
QATAR.
I'm trusting you on
is
this
the country. I've heard them both. All right, in Qatar, where they're hosting the World Cup. JJ, there will be special zones at the tournament for drunk supporters to sober up. They are having sober zones. I'm not making this mess up.
I think it's awesome.
So the sale of alcohol will move from hotel bars to fan zones and outside stadiums during the World Cup, which runs for that period. So as a Muslim country, Qatar is not used to dealing with public drunkenness. In fact, it is flat out not tolerated, especially on a mass scale. But yet you're inviting the world's football supporters to come to your country. You better learn how to deal with drunk footballers. So they are going to control this issue by ensuring there's an alternative to arrests or jail time, because they probably don't have enough jails. They built stadiums. They didn't build jails to throw all the drunks in. So this is Al Qatar. He's the chief executive of the Supreme Committee in Qatar. Quote, there are plans in place for people to sober up if they've been drinking excessively. It's a place to make sure that they keep themselves safe. They're not harmful to anybody else, end quote. Sounds like a drunk tank to me. What does it sound like to you? So the reports are the fans who end up, JJ, in these sober tents. So this isn't like a place just to go take a nap. This is this sounds like a detaining place to me. The sober tents, these fans will remain there until they are sufficiently clear-headed to be released with a warning.
There's going to be a lot of soccer fans that are going to get a rude awakening. They're like, yeah, we're here. It's what we do. It ain't going to be like you expect.
I mean to tell you. So being drunk in Qatar is not accepted by locals, by the authorities. It's just you want to go get drunk, don't go to Qatar. But yet they're inviting the world's, I don't want to say drunkest fan base, but
The world's drunk.
They're looking for solutions, though. They're not totally banning drinking.
I appreciate that. No, I absolutely appreciate them getting out and trying to get out in front of this.
Kind of smart, though, if you think about it. So people, I don't know if people are going to drive there, but you know.
Okay, so we got a culture clash here, right? We got a country that doesn't accept drinking or drunkenness. They flat out do not accept any LGBTQ plus lifestyle, right? So on the topic of that, our guy Al Qatar, Khater, different spelling than Qtar, the country, said that nobody would be discriminated against in this respect and insisted the gay fans can hold hands. So they won't be arrested if they hold hands, same-sex couples. Quote from Qatar. Dude, I'm just telling you, the story is going to be drunk fans and gay people, right? And how they're accepted, how this works. I mean, we've got culture clash. He said, quote, all we ask is for people to be respectful of the culture. At the end of the day, as long as you don't do anything that harms other people, if you're not destroying public property, as long as you're behaving in a way that's not harmful, then everybody's welcome and you have nothing to worry about, end quote. What can go wrong? Every fan base, right?
A lot of things.
Right. Pick a sport. Everybody enjoys a cocktail. Everybody likes to drink, right? I don't care if you're a baseball fan, a tennis fan. You're all going to the bar, sitting there at an event with a beer in your hand, except for JJ. JJ told me to drink water, which is cool, and I respect that, and I respect.
I'm not against drinking.
No, I know you're
I'm
not.
I
know
don't
you're
shame.
Not. I know you're not
anything. Like I'm not that dude.
What sports fan base would you say is the most notorious for drinking?
The Bills or the Eagles?
Or soccer?
Or soccer.
Well,
or you're talking about sport.
Worldwide football.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right? I mean, did you see what happened in Indonesia? 125 people died?
Soccer, yes.
Well, that's the stadium
Worldwide.
collapsed on them. That's not because they're drunk.
Was it Kimmel? One of the late night guys?
I know you're talking about.
One of the late night guys, or was it
There's
Saturday Night Live?
Terrible stadium, like safety issues around this World of Soccer stadium.
Well, one of the Saturday Night Live guys, I think that's where it was. He said soccer officials were very happy because no one used their hands.
Oh my gosh!
Because people got trampled. But yeah, I mean, what can go wrong here? I just
a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Can go wrong.
A whole lot's going wrong. There are going to be some soccer hooligans that are in for a rude wake-up call at this World Cup.
And I'm going to guess they don't play.
No.
I'm going to guess
this has been a mess from the beginning.
Right? How many people have died building these stadiums?
It was the bribery, the scandals behind it that when they awarded all these World Cups, they didn't start to filter that out to the last few years. in FIFA. You mentioned the worker conditions have been absolutely terrible. The fact that they had to move it. The World Cup is a summer event,
That's right.
and they moved it here, and it's still going to be like a bajillion degrees.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's a beautiful game. It's the beautiful game. And look, the world will watch, and it will be insanely successful on television throughout the world, right? The world will watch. You will get good competition, and it is the most popular game in the world. I'm told all the time, and so people will watch, and that's great. I'm not belittling the event by any means. In fact, I watch World Cup every 4 years when it comes around. I think soccer at that level is entertaining. It's good. But man, oh man, to your point, you got hooligans coming from all over the world, and they gladly accept that term, right? Football hooligans. Yeah. You're going to a country that isn't going to accept that crap, isn't going to play. No public drunkenness. They'll be sobering tents. No, they're freaking holding tanks. I mean, do you expect people to go in there voluntarily, or you're going to usher them in if you decide that? Who's going to decide who goes in the holding tanks? This will be awesome. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I mean, like this is going to be terrific. World Cup should be good, though, no?
It's going to be fantastic. It will be. The games are always good.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. All right. Who you got tonight? Commandos?
I'm taking the under at 38. No, I'm not.
The under's 38?
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going over that.
You're going over it. And
Well, I don't usually love numbers like that, but
taking
really,
the over
I
with a Bears defense.
kind of think I am, yeah.
Second half, they haven't allowed points except for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a field goal.
Bears
off.
are going to beat them. Bears are going to beat the
Well,
Commandos.
Yeah.
I think the Bears. Who do you got tonight?
Commanders.
Okay.
Commanders.
All right.
-1.
Carson
Not
Wentz have a
touching the spread.
good night tonight?
He'll have a good night until probably the fourth quarter.
And then what? Then he urinates down himself, or what?
I hope not.
This
I hope he does.
This could be a big night for him. Look, this could be. It could be a lot of things.
Let's go, Carsey.
It could be garbage football like we saw last Thursday.
Start David Montgomery.
It could be. I'm going to. It could be a coming out for Justin Fields on national television because they don't get a lot of national TV games. He started to throw the ball a little bit. Darnell Mooney, there was a sighting once
Poor
or twice.
guy.
He's got David Montgomery healthy.
It's
Or
an
this could be
offensive line.
a get-right game for your boy Carson Wentz, whose coach, whether he wanted to or not, flat out called him out the other day.
Don't
Kyle misses him.
bet against Carson Wentz on Thursday Night Football.
Oh, are there numbers to back that up?
He's 6-0.
Let's go! I like that, JJ.
Oh, I got to change my pick.
But start David Montgomery.
Thanks to Jamal Mashburn Jr. He was terrific today. Jerry Palm was as well. Jim Rome shows next. The Herd with Colin Coward follows that. 2 men on come your way at 4, and then you get the Bears and Commandos here on the Sports Animal. We're back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. At 7 a.m. with more award-winning radio. Hey, Marie, great work today.
Thank you.
Adrian, terrific job over there on the television side. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Of course.
Game day.
Game day. Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here's Whaley along with Cheshire, and Chris Moore gets a point back for the Huskies, 11-7.
Left. Boom. Barella.
Quick turn right into the yak there for Justin. Absolutely. Basketball looking. Throws off the back leg.
Oh, what a...
that sends some pressure, and there he comes. You make him get rid of the ball quick.
They got 5 there, and it's a sack. This one's going to be on Brody Whitaker, as they didn't have a...
To Meyer. She pushes it over, but waiting for it was Sofia Valdez, who just slapped it down, and it's an advantage for...
Hasn't found that yet, but they do have a 2nd down and 7. Sapien flies up after that ball. He goes through the middle. What a snag and a touchdown.
What a catch. It's a beautiful
Valencia.
catch. One-handed, jumped up in the air. I'm not even sure if that was meant for him, but...
Big hole. Perry's got one man to beat, and he beat him. Now he's racing towards the sideline, and he is in. Touchdown, Josh Perry.
Next Tuesday away at Del Norte. Chargers got the Volcano Vista Hawks on Thursday. It's an ace by Maya Perea, and the Sartans take the 5th set 15-5.
Lysong rolling, finds Trujillo. Trujillo made 1 miss, made 2 miss. He's going dancing. He's going hurdling. He's going in. Santa Maria. It's a touchdown for Nick Trujillo.
Amazing.
So the first snap will be a pass for Sapien. He's got a man wide open in the middle. It's Miguel Zarate. Zarate looks like he's got a touchdown. So it's going to be 78 yards. Sapien to Zarate to get this game underway. 6 points for the Sartans.